The league being the league office, they want the tush push out. Whatever reason, the safety issues are fabricated because there's no data to support that it's a safety risk more than any other scrimmage play. But what could happen? They're worried about what could happen. It's the first time they're ever being proactive. They're being proactive because they want to be, because the league office wants to get rid of the tush push. So they try, and they nudged the Lions to make the playoff seeding proposal. I suspect they nudged the Packers to be the ones to make the proposal. They partnered with the Packers, so it doesn't look like the league is being heavy-handed here. So the Packers make the proposal. The proposal was deeply flawed. The proposal would have created all sorts of unintended consequences, but now they're back to the drawing board. And the proposal now, they're going with, and Mark Maskey of the Washington Post reported this, but we've seen this coming. The commissioner talked about it at the draft. The wind is blowing strongly in this direction. They're going to get rid of all pushing and pulling. Pulling is illegal of the ball carrier. Pushing became legal in 2006. They're going to reset the clock to 2005, and they're going to eliminate all pushing of the ball carrier anywhere on the field and make it a general rule that obscures the fact that this is a specific attack on the tush push.
Yeah, I mean, yes. And I'm for that. I have no problem with the pushing or the pulling and that being taken out of the football game, especially when it comes to ball carrier having the ball down the field. He's still on his feet. He's being slowly moved, and now 3 offensive linemen from 35 yards away come and just absolutely crush everybody and move the pile and move everybody that way. There's safety issues there. Go ahead.
But they never called it.
No,
that's the thing.
I know.
And here's my concern.
Yeah.
Here's my concern. Right. They're going to eliminate all pushing, and it's going to be just like it was. Because one of the reasons they got rid of the rule against pushing, they were never calling it when someone pushed, because a lot of times it's a cluster of bodies, and who's the offensive lineman really hitting? Is he hitting the ball carrier, or is he trying to make a block? They won't call it. This is just a way to get rid of the tush push, and watch and see what happens with all the other pushing away from the line of scrimmage. They're not going to flag it.
But the point is, and what we talked about at the owners' meeting and leading up to that is, what the hell is this going to change about the tush push? What? Right. The Eagles are still going to line up and have all these big MFers there smushing people down, pointing towards in a rugby-style mosh pit. And as we've shown a million clips before, we can show you more when we come back from commercial break, because I know we got to go to it, but we can show you plays and go, look, here's the tush push. Nobody pushes them. So what's it really fixing? Okay, we're fixing the pushing aspect, certainly, but the danger of the play that they so-called talk about is still because of all the 350-pound men that are in front of Jalen Hurts that are pushing defensive linemen and coming down in that way. That's where the danger is. It's not the, little stiff arm push by Saquon Barkley from behind, and I don't know what this fixes about that actual play.
You're still going to have quarterback sneaks.
Right.
The Eagles are still going to be great at the quarterback sneak. I agree with you. I just feel like somebody decided we can't have this anymore. Probably the person whose name is on every football that they make. Okay? We got to get rid of this. What are we going to do? I don't know. Well, what are we going to do? I don't know. Let's come up with something. Okay, how about a proposal that says no immediate pushing? Okay, let's do that. Well, wait, that sucks. What else are we going to do? I don't know. What are we going to do? Let's get rid of all pushing. Okay, let's do that. And you're right. And then the commissioner's going to be watching games this year, and he's going to be like, I thought they got rid of that. No. See, it was never about the push. It's an awesome quarterback sneak. That's all it is.
Exactly. So we'll see. I don't know. I'm interested to see if there's going to be other language. I know we got to go to a break here. Maybe we'll show a few of these plays when we get back.
Even without the push,
no push there. What are they going to do?
Plenty of tush moving on the field. Yeah, it's all... Now, look, that is the moment, I think, that probably prompted the commissioner to say we have to get rid of it.
Agree.
There was a report, a suggestion, an explanation from Mike Pereira of Fox in the aftermath of this game that repeated jumping over the line was the thing that was going to cause the tush push to go away, which makes no sense.
Right.
It's not something the Eagles did. It was a misguided effort to stop it. So you're going to take away what the Eagles do well because somebody came up with a bad way to try to stop it. But It's all about optics and aesthetics. And that argument has crept in. They move the goalposts. Well, it's not safe. Well, there's no data. Well, it doesn't look like football. Well, what do you mean it doesn't look like football? Well, it just doesn't look like football. And it's just all over the place. And at the end of the day, I think the commissioner, I don't know that it was him, but somebody with the juice to make it happen, Chris, wanted to get rid of it. And he's going to get his way. And then when it's time to play the games, it's still going to be the Eagles shoving a wall of humanity far enough to get the first down.
That's right. I don't think it's going to change a whole lot other than just like those last two clips there we saw where, people put their hands back behind Jalen Hurts and pushed them. I don't know how much effect. And there's plays that they do have effect, don't get me wrong, but I still don't know what we're overall fixing here when it's all said and done. And I don't think just because you can't push the guy, Philadelphia is going to be like, hey, let's not call the quarterback sneak with the biggest, baddest offensive line we've had this century. Let's not do it. Like, they're still going to do it, and the same problems will exist.
How much do we really think putting your bare hands on a guy's ass when he's otherwise trying to force himself forward into this wall of giant human beings, how much does that really help? That extra little shove on his pants is going to be the difference? I don't think that that's going to make the difference. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.